With my relatable revival, and I was requested to do a deeper dive and basically a deeper video into what I know about Lyra and what I could put together about Lyra. And at first, I want to start this video off with describing and who the Lyrans were, how they started, who made them, where they came from, who are they native to, where are they native to, right? So basically, the Lyran constellation throughout the cosmos, throughout the galaxy, it's known as the mother of all civilizations. It's known as the civilizations of civilizations. Basically because this is basically where the first original hominid human race being was made and created, okay? So, in our galaxy, the co-creator spirits that were, basically the God force that was, what do we want to do with this galaxy? They invited in the feline race from a different galaxy because they were very benevolent and they had, they were like master geneticists, and they also invited the avian beings from another galaxy because they were master geneticists as well. Because they were like, we need to make and create a being that is native to this galaxy. So the feline, the avian beings, and the co-creator spirits, they created the first hominid being, which was called the Lyrans. So the original Lyrans, they looked more like the Norse people today. They had red hair, blonde hair, platinum hair, white hair. But there was also still feline hominid beings that were hybrids, and also avian hominid beings that were hybrids that inhabited planets in Lyra. So basically, the Lyrans, they played a huge role in forming humanity. The Lyra constellation is 32,900 light years away from Earth currently. So, the original Lyran blueprint, or the original Lyran soul essence, was very, spiritual, very peaceful, respected the universal laws. They had mastered, the law of one. They worked from the heart, chakra space. The Lyrans were very, joyful and playful, and basically they could be perceived from an outsider as very naive, and childish too, because they had never really endured or seen or witnessed any kind of level of darkness that was going to be coming in towards them, and they were not prepared at all for the Draconians when they invaded. So some of the planets that were inhabited by Lyrans were Avalon, Avion, Bella or Turk, and they were all again destroyed and invaded and raped, and they were raped of their resources by the Draconians. So the Lyrans, so basically we had to take accountability for allowing the Dracos or the reptilians in, because since we were so childish and naive, and we didn't understand the level of darkness and the how polarized, we didn't understand polarity, It's important to understand who the reptilians and who the Dracos were. So they had said to come from another galaxy, another different dimension, that they had completely destroyed from their own technologies that they had built. So they were very technologically advanced. And that really impressed the Lyrans, you know, and they thought like, oh, this is kind of cool. But again, they were very naive and childish. But again, back to the reptilians and the Dracos, they've brought this self-service type of concept into the human race. The polarizing of the universal laws, polarity in general, like black and white thinking. They've brought like the conquer and the domineering, the need to dominate. The Dracos and the reptilians, they're responsible for raping and raiding planets of high levels of consciousness all over the cosmos, all over the universe, not just in our galaxy, you know. And it's crazy that they keep repeating this same thing that they did that caused them to destroy their galaxy. Understand the technology differences between the Dracos and the Lyrans, and how the Lyrans were no match for the Dracos. Basically, the Lyrans were more primitive. They were very connected to their planets. Their technology was their magic. It was like, you know, being aligned with their chakras. They were very like ascended beings, very spiritual, very psychic. They were very in tune with their environment. A lot of Lyrans even felt like a call. Like I remember feeling like in one of my past life recalls in Lyra, it's like I knew something was coming. We knew some kind of danger was coming, but we just couldn't pinpoint it because we didn't understand, or we hadn't seen any kind of darkness like that that was about to come. So the technology of the reptilians and the Dracos was what we see in modern day, like more of like atomic bombs, guns, machinery, like weaponry like that. And not really until after we got the Lyran constellation got invaded and basically all the planets were raped and raided of their resources, a lot of us Lyrans and the refugees, we went to like Andromeda, we went to Pleiades, we went to Sirius, and we went to Orion. So the Lyran versus the Dracos was known as, it could be considered as the First World War of our galaxy today. It was absolutely catastrophic. Like 50 million Lyran hominid beings, humans, were slaughtered, lost their life, were taken in as sex slaves, used for forced breeding purposes. Bela, Turk, Avion, and Avalon were all destroyed. And so since the Lyran's home galaxy had been ravished and had been destroyed, this led them to refugee and spread out across the universe, and why we have so many different hominid hybrid beings today throughout the cosmos and throughout the galaxy. And thank you for listening so much. This is Sharius with my Relatable Revival. Please don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button if you like the content. Thank you so much.